Today, I'm going to show you how to build a sales proposal generator with Claude in less than 15 minutes. Let's get started. First things first is we want to paste in our prompt, and you'll find this in the YouTube description below, but please understand that you should customize this per your industry. So we're going to make a few tweaks to this, but this is just meant to be as a guideline, as a demo, as an example. You are a SaaS founder's assistant. Generate professional sales proposals in a structured template based on meeting notes doc. The flow should be a simple UI, upload docs, allowing user to upload more than one doc if needed for context. Then output gives a sales proposal for client based on the uploaded docs. We should also have a branding option, allow user to upload company logo, preferred color theory, etc. Also, there should be text fields for client info. So it's a rather simple prompt, but we're going to go ahead and do this. And in the meantime, I want to pull a meeting notes doc from a demo I did with Andra here on the channel. We're going to shift tab so it does things very, very quickly for us. All right, here's a very, very simple preview so far. Loving the layout so far. So let's just check the overview here of what Claude mentions. Perfect, successfully created a professional sales proposal generator. Following features: document management, multi-file upload with drag and drop support, supports all these file types, file preview with removal functionality, client info, branding customization, proposal generation, tech stack, how to use, documents tab, upload meeting notes, client info, fill out all the client details, branding tab, upload logo and set brand colors, preview or download professional PDF proposals. So wonderful. Let's go ahead and test this. Now I am going to open this here. We're going to go here and I'm going to call it, just going to do Clearmud for the sake of this demo. This is obviously billing information. So 123 Main Street, and we'll call this Oakland, California, 94611. Branding, we're going to upload a placeholder logo as we don't have our logo set yet for Clearmud, but we're very, very close. Just going through various ideation phases. But let's do the simple CM logo. I can't tell, did it just pull that primary color? I know that's not the exact color. It's actually 005 B89 or 8B9. Yeah, 005 8B9 is ours. But let's see how this does. Okay, sales proposal. So definitely need some tweaking. So this is where we vibe. This is where we improve. All right. For the sales proposal template that we export, we should focus page 1 on context and details. Page 2, if necessary, but try to always fit and summarize proposal into page 1. Page 2, or the next available page, should have a sales quote / invoice like feel to it with line items, hourly rates, or project-based rates with a total on the bottom of the page. I think for admin purposes, we should have another tab focused on allowing us to input services offered, hourly wages, etc. So your generation is as accurate as possible. Okay, those are two minor changes, but we'll see how this goes. And what's, the beauty of using Claude code like this, you don't have to deploy this. This is something you can create, deploy internally and locally. And as long as you have a system running the development server, anybody on your network in theory could access it, right? Or you just keep it locally per your machine. Now you may be wondering, you have a CRM that you can manually create sales quotes for. Yes, that's cool, but you also have to manually enter everything in. The whole idea behind the SaaS product is to create a tool where you upload documents, you give it context as per the client info, your branding, your pricing, and then it automatically spits out a sales-oriented proposal. There's more that we can do with this. If you wanted to tie it in with your CRM and automatically upload that sales proposal, there's things we can do to make that happen. But I wanted to make this primarily for freelancers and startups and people just getting started. I think it's a really cool use case for building with Claude Code, building something like this. So this is why we're creating the video. And one feature we're going to add in here for client info tab, let's add function to add new clients and store client data via drop-down menu. So we don't have to manually fill out the fields every time, especially if we're sending more than one proposal per client. All right, before I do that though, let's go and check. See how this looks. Bam. Oh, look at that. We have a generate services option. This would probably need to be fine-tuned, right? But let's assume 40 hours. I mean, that's pretty standard. Project type other, complexity medium, when service is added. Okay, let's kind of go through this process. And this is just for the sake of CM services. Nice. Okay, so we have kind of custom line items here. Test line item. That way you can always add additional things. Fixed. Monthly. I feel like the monthly is kind of, you would want to invoice separately, right? But I want to see how it looks on the page. And we'll call the monthly rate. Let's say that's a retainer. Put that at 2,500. Fixed. Let's put that at 500. Let's generate a PDF. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. I would definitely want to clean things up a bit, but for the sake of the demo, I think we're at a good stopping point. Do one more minor change, but one thing that we would have to add, right? Let's say you're a business that's operational. Let's say you're HVAC for the sake of this demo. You would want to give it as much context as possible, and we would want to create a markdown file or a subagent with a markdown file and specifics, that context as to what services you offer, Give it past proposals that you've sent out so it understands your voice, your style, your format. And you'll find that as you optimize this web app or this local app, however you intend on utilizing it, it'll give you a more accurate output. I don't have very much context to give it, so it's giving us a very basic output. But as you can see, we're fine-tuning it with each prompt. We're fine-tuning it with each revision. Now, if you're a company that's operational though, and you want to create a fun tool like this that helps automate everything so that you can just upload documents, generate services, generate PDF, and it's something that you can send to your client, giving it as much context and past quotes and invoices, giving it as much context with past sales proposals and quotes and maybe a pitch deck that you send to your clients, depending on how you send your proposals, it's going to do a much better job, right? I'm sorry that I can't give you that example in today's demo, but as you can see here, I mean, we're only limited by our imagination. I think this would be a fun tool for freelancers, for people who don't pay for CRMs, and people who want to help save time. Now, obviously, the initial setup takes some time to set up, but I think in the long run, sending proposal after proposal, the transition from taking a meeting notes doc or multiple documents and then converting it into a sales quote, it's very tedious. It's very manual. This helps speed up that process. So let's see this, this final prompt here. Okay, we have another set of updates: reduced header, compact layout, smart footer. Good. Looks good. Let's give it a test. See, hopefully I don't have to kind of add that back in there. Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there, right? One more change I would make is continue to reduce the height, add a brand logo up here, reduce the spacing in here, maybe make these look like actual tiles. Font size could be reduced just a touch, and then terms and conditions, instead of being bullet pointed, have it be a multi-sentence line or two, right? Payment terms are bam, 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 dot, this quote is valid until, have it just be 2 lines of just text from left to right. And then that would solve that problem there. But this is still cut off a bit. So it would take some fine tuning, but as you can see, the whole point of today's demo and today's video is just to try something new, to try to build a unique tool that it's not going to be for everybody, but with some fine tuning, with some context, I think it could be an invaluable time saver for you, your brand, or your company. So I hope you found some value in today's video. Now, I'm not an AI expert. I'm building in public and sharing what actually works. If you'd like to see me make a particular video around a specific topic, drop a comment below. Let me know who you are, what you do, who your target audience is, and what your question is, and I will add a video to my queue, custom tailored just for you. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. My name is Marcelo. This is Clearmud, and clarity matters.